Hello, Garrett College Art Appreciation students. Welcome to spring 2025. So at the beginning of every semester that I teach this class online, I always make this short little introductory video just to familiarize you with how this class is going to operate and kind of where everything is online. This is especially important this semester because this is our first semester doing the new Blackboard Ultra update. So if you're familiar with Blackboard from previous courses, you obviously have a leg up, but just to let you know, everything's in a little bit different spot. If this is your first online class, great, you're starting out fresh. So we're going to make this short and sweet. Let's get going. Okay, these are the learning outcomes for the course. Basically, they're kind of very fancy wording um, about relativity to historical and cultural social context. But basically, what this course is about is it's art appreciation. It's looking at art and having a deeper appreciation of what you're seeing. Appreciation doesn't always mean liking something. It doesn't mean like I like all art, but it's understanding it more. And whenever you understand something better, right, you're going to have a deeper appreciation of it, even if you don't find it beautiful. Okay, for this course, super happy to announce there's no book. You don't need to buy a $75 to $100 book for this course. Everything is available to you online through the OER, and all you need is a computer with reliable internet access and I guess like a YouTube viewer to view the lectures, just like you're doing right now. Okay, this is the landing page for our course. This is kind of like what you see. So when you first arrive, let's just point out a couple things here real quick. There's this little section up at the top, right? The main part it brings you to from the get-go is content. That's going to be where you're going to find everything. So right here, it says start here. That is where this video will be. I'm going to make that little one go away. That's where this video is going to be. I'm going to email it to everyone. Obviously, you have already found it. You're watching it. But that's where this is going to be. And underneath of that is going to be the syllabus and the course schedule. So let's go ahead and keep rolling. So if we click into the course schedule, there is a chart broken down by week. I know it's hard to kind of see. It's very small in this image, but I wanted to keep this here because right here, if you look over in what looks like this kind of gray area, that's the landing page where we just were. So it's kind of like a new window pops up. That seems to be really common with this Blackboard Ultra. Like everything's in its own little box that you have to click inside of another box. Okay, so anyway, back to the course calendar. Everything is broken down by week. Our weeks in this class run from Tuesday to Monday. So every Tuesday, there's going to be new work available. Every Monday at 11:59 p.m., something is going to be due in this class. The only exception is going to be finals week because finals week ends on a Friday. Even when it comes to things like spring break, so we're just going to keep with that Tuesday to Monday. So technically, something will be due Monday of that week, but then the following week, there's nothing due on that Monday. So you're still getting a week off. You have an entire week to complete all of your assignments and whatnot, and you get that week off. We just keep with that same rotation in timing. So everything that you're going to need to do is going to be listed here. So you're going to watch the video, which you're already doing. There's a discussion about getting to know you, and then there'll be another video lecture that we'll see here in just a moment. So there's a couple things I just want to kind of like point out before we go any farther. So you definitely want to look at the syllabus. There's a lot of information in there as far as how many points the class has and what the percentages are. I'm not going to explain all that here because we want to keep this kind of short and sweet. So definitely look into the syllabus. There's just like a few small things I want to like hit on. One is a syllabus change statement. Things might change for whatever reason, and I will let you know. I will send an email. I will make an announcement. That information will be available to you that something has changed. It won't just change and you won't be notified. Another thing, and this is very important, is the special note. So due to the nature of this class, and when I say nature, I mean the content that this course shows, there's going to be some things that might make you uncomfortable. And some of them are, we're going to see quite a bit of nudity. We're going to talk about things like sexual orientation. We're going to talk about things like religion. We're going to talk about things like human sacrifice, war, genocide, right? Economic disparities, things of that nature. So some of this might be slightly uncomfortable content from time to time, especially when we talk about things like human sacrifices and that sort of thing. It's a little off-putting, but this is all part of the human experience. All of that stuff is part of the human experience, and art is a reflection of that human experience. So we're going to talk about art all the way from the prehistoric times up to pseudo-contemporary. We don't quite have enough time to cram all that in. The first unit is really about vocabulary and how you see and talk about art. So that's like a little bit more information than you wanted to know, but I wanted to kind of give you that note that you're going to see things that you might not, nudity and that sort of thing, but it's all in this educational academic context. Okay, how are you going to see this stuff, right? How are you going to, there's no book for you to buy. How are you going to get information? So there's all these video lectures that have been created for you guys as part of the OER. They're just like this. They're not perfect. They're made by me. I am certainly not perfect. Some of them are better than others. I will admit it. So you'll find them in their units. So in this, we're in unit 1. There's a timeline, right? You can see over here is our little like landing page thing. So this is video 1 for the basic styles of art. This is found right underneath. So this little box is like a screenshot of what came before. Is the syllabus and schedule where we just were, and now we're in unit 1, the basics, and then here is this video, right? And bam, there it is. Why it can't just be a little thumbnail, I don't know, but it's like a box inside, or like you have to click inside to finally get to the video. I don't know. But anyway, so every assignment, test, discussion, essay that you will write in this class is going to have a video lecture that's going to accompany it. Pro tip, check out the discussion each week before you watch the video. So go and look at the discussion and say, okay, what's she talking about? Then watch the video, and then when you see that artwork crop up or you see that vocabulary word, me expressing, bam, your ears are going to perk up and you're going to do very well in that discussion. So just to note, like I said, I made these. I'm not perfect. Some of them might have dated information on it. It might say like, this video will be due, this discussion's due on Friday. Just know that our course calendar, this bad boy right here, just up inside of its own little box, inside of a box, inside of a box, that's the final say for our semester, even if there's some kind of dated information on there. So, all right, moving on. All right, attendance. I've already kind of touched on this, but let's go back just to refresh. So attendance is recorded through your participation in the discussions, the quizzes and tests, and the essay that you'll write. Discussions are not optional. They're not like they're just for you to maybe do. They're part of your grade. They add up to more than any one given test. You're expected to meet course deadlines. Excuse me. You have an entire week to accomplish what is not a massive amount of work. So I expect that every Monday at 11:59 p.m. Right? Something's going to be due in this class. Just make a note on your calendar for every Monday, a thing in your phone, every Sunday night, I got to do a discussion in art class, whatever you need to do to get her done. All right. So like I said, discussions are not optional. This was an issue once upon a time. Okay. Each discussion is going to be worth 10 points. Where do you find them? Okay. So back at that landing page at the very beginning, there's this bar up at the top, this main navigation bar. It says content. That's where all that other stuff that we found was. That's where all the video lectures are going to be and the tests are going to be. There's this other section called discussions. That's where all your discussions are going to be. There's this one that's open all the time and it's like, help me, I don't know. I can't see this, that, or the other. Now it blasts the question to the whole class. So it's a great place if you're like, hey guys, I don't want to email Lacey, but I want to know where X, Y, and Z is, or does something make sense to someone else that doesn't make sense to me? It's a great place to put that out. You can, of course, always email me 100%. No stupid questions. The only things is put your name in there for sure. Give me some relative information about your question. Don't be like, I just don't understand. I need more context than that. And I try to get back to your emails in 24 to 48 hours. So this brings us to the discussion rubric. They're all worth 10 points. They need to be 100 words, right? And then they need to basically answer the question, right? What is the question about? A couple of them are worth 15 to 20 points, and they usually have greater instructions with them. Again, check the discussions, pro tip, check the discussions first. This brings us to our first discussion here that you can see. I know, text is so tiny. Why is it so like in the middle and so small? Anyway, so this is what you'll see when you click on that discussion. This is our first discussion. It's going to be due Monday at midnight on the 27th, right? Of course, Monday. So this is our first discussion. It's who are you? What are you studying or plan to study? When and where would you go if you had a time machine? Why would you choose this place and time? And then just for fun, how do you get your caffeine? Do you drink coffee, tea, pop, any of that kind of stuff? So this is just a basic participation discussion, kind of getting the ball rolling. There's always at the very beginning of the semester, somebody can't log in or something like that. So there's always kind of like issues like that. So this first one is kind of a soft landing, but the other ones are also available to you. So you can go ahead and get a jump start. I'm going to go ahead and get the ball rolling. I'm going to introduce myself. So my name is Lacey Oliverio. I'm the art teacher here at Garrett College. What are you studying or plan to study? So I studied art and art history at West Virginia University, just up the road. And then I went to Clemson University for my master's in ceramics. That's my favorite thing to teach. And if you can take a ceramics class with me next semester or something like that in person, it's great. It's going to be a great time. So when and where would you go if you had a time machine? Okay, pause on me talking about myself. There is a history element to this class. So give this question a little bit of thought, right? Don't be that person that's too cool for school, like, I go surfing, so it doesn't matter when in history because the ocean's going to be there. Don't be that person, right? Think about it. Where would you go and why, right? That's the bigger question. So back to talking about myself, I think I would go to the early Roman Empire. This was kind of the beginning of globalization. The Roman culture was coming in contact with all these other cultures, and there was this huge information sharing time, right? This was when a lot of languages were kind of diverging and meeting with each other, right? There was like a lot of interesting ways that information was being shared. So that's the reason why I would go back to that time in history. And then just for fun, I drink coffee every morning, multiple creams in it, no sugar. So that's just for fun. So this is what I expect from you. Make it 100 words there on the discussion board. There's also that, if you're familiar, if you've taken a class here at Garrett, there's a no-show attendance. So all your professors are to record. If you don't show up for classes in the first week, we put an alert out that you're not participating. So this is kind of how I'm noting that you're participating in the class. So you definitely want to do this. You don't need a book. You don't need anything like that. You're just talking about yourself for just 100 words. So with that, if you have any questions, go ahead and email me. That's my email. Put Art103 in the subject. Like I said previously, give me some context about your issue or question, just so that way I know how to help you. And don't hesitate to email me. I'm super happy to help you guys with anything that you need. And I'm also on campus a couple days a week. So thank you, and I'll talk to you later.